All right, guys. So we're going to be talking about from hobby to LLC. This is our first live here in our public Discord, and this seems to be a popular topic. I asked you guys in the diamond room to let me know what do you guys want for lives and for our coaching sessions. And a lot of you guys mentioned this, so I thought that this would be a good topic to start off with. And we're going to have many more. This is something that is dear to my heart as an entrepreneur, as someone who was a banker, someone who traded for banks. I've helped set up a lot of LLCs and businesses for people who had hobbies, not just trading, but people who had hobbies, and just kind of taught them this process. Now, this is going to be kind of like a high level overview. And what I mean by that is that we're going to go over the topics and the sequence on how to transition from a hobby to your LLC. And we'll go into some details, but I can't get into everything, if that makes sense. So I'm going to talk about the sequences, what you need to do. I'll elaborate a little bit on that, but I can't go too much into detail. I'll try my best to kind of get everything answered for you guys and go over as much as possible. All right, so let's go over this here and then I'll save questions to the end so that I can focus. And first, we're going to go ahead and talk about the benefits of turning your day trading hobby into an LLC. Before we dive into it, we're going to talk about the steps of the process. And we're going to outline why transitioning from a hobby trader to an LLC, for example, can be a complete game changer. So first things first is that you have tax advantages. That's probably one of the biggest things coming out of this here. So forming an LLC, and I'm going to specifically be talking about LLC. You can do like a sole prop or an S corporation, but specifically we're going to talk about LLCs. Tax advantages. And by forming an LLC, day traders can write off business expenses that would otherwise not be deductible if trading as an individual. And this could include home offices, your trading education, software fees, travel related to businesses, and more. The next benefit is liability protection. So as an LLC, your personal assets like your home or car are shielded from potential business liabilities. If your trading business faces legal action or debt, your personal property remains protected. That is huge, guys. That is huge, okay? Number three, in my opinion, is that professionalism and growth potential. So having an LLC lends credibility, it allows for expansion opportunities and positions you for future growth, such as hiring employees or securing funding if needed. For example, Ken and I, we started as traders and then we became successful. A lot of people started coming to us. We were teaching trading for free for a while, and we had our Telegram, and we were just dropping trade ideas, and a lot of people started calling on us, and it was difficult to meet the demand. And believe it or not, someone in our Telegram, and this is when we had a Telegram where we can communicate with people on there. Now we just have a one-way Telegram. Someone said, "Hey, why don't you open a day trading academy?" And we thought that was a little bit far-fetched. We didn't know really how to do that. However, we both have our graduate degrees in businesses. So we know the formatting of it. And we say, you know what, why not? And we decided to do that step by step. And we figured by doing that, it can meet the demand of so many people as opposed to one here, one there, one here, one there. So that's one thing, is the growth potential. And then lastly is increased profitabilities through deduction, really huge. So as LLCs can reduce taxable income significantly by deducting business expenses, which means keeping more of your trading profits. So as a business owner, as a trader, let's put business owner aside. As a trader, your whole goal, as I mentioned in the beginning, is to keep as much profits as possible. And sometimes you're going to have some losing trades, sometimes you're going to have some winning trades. Oftentimes, then many, a lot of people aren't profitable. If you had that same business, and let's say you lost $20,000 for the year, for example, by writing off the things that you have contributed to your trading business, you can at least gain half that back from your tax write-off. We'll go a little bit more into detail about that. All right, so let's talk about your step-by-step guide to forming an LLC. This is where I want you guys to kind of take notes. And this is for your day trading business. Again, if for some reason you don't have paper, pen, or your computer to take notes, we'll be sure to upload this shortly after. So the first thing you want to do is you want to consult with a tax professional. I'm not a tax professional. I'm someone who has been through the process and understand what's needed. So I won't give you any tax advice. I suggest for you to go to a tax professional, but I can give you step-by-step on how to actually get to where you need to get to. So by taking this action, By scheduling a consultation with the tax professional who specializes in LLC formation and tax laws for traders. This step ensures you're setting up your business correctly and maximizing your deductions. So there's oftentimes where people will set up a sole prop or they will set up a corporation and they're not maximizing their deductions. So you want to make sure you're sitting with a professional tax consultant, let them know what you're doing, and they will set you up and help you guide you with the right way you need to do it. So every trader situation is unique. So you have to understand how it affects you specifically. And that's really, really crucial. Number two, you want to choose a name for your trading business. This is step two. Remember, this is the order that I'm actually recommending that you do. And you want to decide on a very unique business name that complies with your state regulations and clearly identifies your trading business. Okay. Your name has to somehow match what you're trying to do. All right. So you can't have, let's just throw out an example. Let's say Cordrix Cookies, but your business is trading, right? So this is something that your tax professional can also help you with. Number three is you want to file articles of organizations with your state. Now, this is what makes everything legal. Without filing organizations with your state, it's just a hobby. So what you want to do is visit your state secretary or state website and fill out the articles of organizations form. This document will formally establish your LLC, and typically the filing fee can range anywhere between $50 to $500 depending on your state. Now, $500 is like way out there. Different states have different filing fees. So one way that you can actually find your state where you're going to file an LLC for your articles of organization, if you just Google filing fee for Florida LLC, for example, it will tell you how much it is in the website. That's all you have to do, because now Google has like this AI overview. So simply go to Google, filing fee for Texas LLC, and it will tell you how much it is and will give you the state website where you need to file it. And filing is simple, guys. It should take you no more than 20 to 30 minutes at best. All right. So also you want to create an operating agreement. Now, you don't have to do this, and some states don't require it, but draft an operating agreement that outlines how your LLC will be run. Again, most people don't need this, but I want to throw it in, especially for those who may want to do this. Again, it's not required in every state, but this document is essential for defining business structure, ownership percentages, and profit distribution. So if you have more than one person in your business, for example, you have to have it defined in writing 50-50 or 80-20 or 70-30, for example. But again, a lot of people don't really have to do this, especially if you're going into trading by yourself. But I wanted to throw that in because it may apply to some of you. You want to apply for an employer identification number. That's an EIN for short. And as I mentioned before, an employer identification number is like a business social security number. Everyone in the United States has a social security number or should have a social security number. And you can't do anything as far as borrowing, credit, anything unless you have a social security number. That way, the creditors know who they're lending to, how your credit score is. Your social security number for your business is important. So it's called an EIN. So in order to do that, you're going to go to the IRS website and apply for an EIN. Just simply type in a search EIN in the IRS website. And again, it acts as your business social security number. And this number is necessary for opening bank accounts for your business and filing taxes under your LLC. So without this and without filing your articles of organization, your trading is a hobby. And a hobby is completely fine. So I'm not bashing it at all. I just want to throw that in. However, if you want to maximize your profits and save more, LLC, in my opinion, is the way. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper into it, how much you can save and how much you can profit. All right. So your IRS website, you want to apply for EIN. And the next thing you want to do is open a business bank account, completely separate from a bank account from Pam individually, Pamela, or Brian's bank account. This is when you go into a bank and say, hey, I have a business. I filed my articles of organization. I have my EIN number. I want to open a business bank account. Is what they'll do. They'll ask you for your articles of organization. You need to have that. They'll ask you for your EIN, which should also be a part of, you should have that document. And they'll just go through the process, just like opening your own bank account. They'll go through that process. And what they'll do is they'll put your name, your legal business name, they'll put your EIN number. They'll see that it is a brand new EIN, a brand new social security number for your business. It doesn't have anything negative on it. Then they'll attach your personal name to the business. Whatever your personal credit looks like, it will now attach to your business. And it's not so much to the point that if you had, let's say, a negative social security number and you had bad credit, it won't impact your business much at all. With your EIN number, it's a brand new business. And so they may provide you with credit. It just won't be a ton of credit, for example. So I won't go too much into detail because it can vary from state to state. All right. So open a dedicated business bank account for your LLC. And this is crucial to keep your business and personal expenses separate. That's the main thing. So as your business, you don't want to spend on your personal bank account. Use your normal debit card, for example. If you're buying BK Trading Academy, for example, for a course, you want to use your business debit card or your business credit card, because then you're keeping it separate and then you can write it off. Always separate your personal with your business. Next step is establishing business credit. Very huge, guys. If you don't take anything else from this, one, articles of organization, EIN, business credit. If you don't take anything else, business credit is crucial, guys, and that is going to establish you as a firm business individual, firm business person. The way you establish your personal credit, using your credit card, paying it on time, buying a car or home, paying your mortgage, gets you stronger business credit. The exact same thing for your business. So for your business credit, you want to go to your bank and apply for a business credit card. It will have your business name on there. It will have your name underneath it. It will have your credit card number, the exact same thing. And this can help secure future loans, make large purchases, and keep your trading capital separate from your personal funds. So I can't say that enough. Personal and business completely separate. And your tax consultant will teach you about that and tell you about that and what you need to do. You may even need to go and get like trading software. I mean, not trading software, tax software to keep things separate. A Microsoft Excel sheet, however you want to do, whatever is comfortable for you. Document your business expenses. So you want to keep detailed records of all your business related expenses and profits. With the LLC, you can write off a variety of expenses, including your home office. So your home office, this here, as you guys always see in our YouTube videos, this is our home office. And you can deduct a portion of your rent or mortgage, utilities, and other home related expenses. So if you're trading, why not make money from this? If you're already trading, who wouldn't want to make more money, right? So you can write off your trading software fees, and that can go for like TradeLocker or TradingView or MT4 or whatever platform that you're using. Number three, educational expenses, courses. Some of you guys are in our Forex course. If you had your LLC, you can write that off. Mentorship, seminars, books, anything related to your business, you can write off and send to your tax person. Business travel. Kay and I, we do this. If you attend trading conferences or network in different locations, and business travel can be huge. So you're talking about airline fees, Airbnbs, hotels, food, rental cars. I mean, the list can keep going on and on. And if you're serious traders and you're going to trading seminars anyway, why not make money from that? Why not get some of that money back? If you're learning from books online, why not get money back from that? So business travel is one. And then we have internet and phone. Everyone has internet, everyone has a phone. So you can allocate a portion for business use. So if you're using internet for your personal reasons, why not use some of that from when you're trading? What your tax consultant will say is, how much time do you use per week, for example, or per month online trading? Your phone, how much of that phone expense do you use for trade relating for your business? So the list goes on and on how you can save. And you guys want to stay tight because I'm wrapping up soon and I have a huge surprise of what you can do with converting this to LLC and how you can make even more money. All right, so how much can you save? We're going to use an example for Trader A right here, okay? So Trader A, he has no LLC, and he spends $5,000 on trading software and education in a year. Let's make an example. Because these expenses are categorized as miscellaneous deductions on a personal tax return, they may not be deductible unless they exceed 2% of their adjusted gross income, AGI. All right. Now let's look at Trader B on the other hand. He has that same $5,000 in expenses, but As a business, they deduct the full amount from their trading income. If their marginal tax rate is 24%, they save $1,200 in taxes. They're doing the exact same thing, except Trader B has money coming back from that same expense of $5,000. So again, as traders, you're somewhat entrepreneurs anyway. You have to make business decisions when you're getting in and out of the market. Just like a business, just like the owner at Chick-fil-A, the owner at Macy's, they have expenses. They have things they have to spend to make more money. So if you're spending something to make more money, like trading platforms or books so that you can learn certain things or whatever it is, or a course like BK Trading Academy, why not make money from that anyway? Additionally, LLCs can take advantage of the qualified business income. It's also known as QBI. And this allows eligible traders to deduct up to 20% of their qualified business income, adding another layer of tax savings. So what is QBI? I'll go into it a little bit. Eligibility, you must have a business structured as a pass-through entity. A pass-through entity is like an LLC, for example, or partnership or S corporation. Number two, the eligibility is W-2 employees and corporations do not qualify for this deduction. So if you don't have any employees, number two, qualified business income. So the QBI generally includes the net income generated by the business, excluding wages or guaranteed payments received by the owner. And then capital gains, dividends, and interest income are not considered QBI. All right. Here's the limitations. Full 20% deduction is available only to those with taxable income below a certain threshold. So for 2023, I'm not sure for 2024, but for 2023, the threshold is $182,000 for single filers. So if you're making more than $182,000 a year for a single filer, then you won't qualify for this 20%. For joint filers, if you're making more than $364,000, you won't qualify. But if you're making less than that, you will qualify for 20% full deduction under QBI. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about non-US day traders. And I'm not too well versed in that because I've grown up in the US in my entire life, but I wanted to at least give you guys as much as possible. So for non-US day traders can set up a similar structure as an LLC from my research, and I want you guys to research it a little bit further on your own and talk to a tax consultant in your country. But if you're trading outside the United States, there are comparable structures you can consider. You can set up an offshore LLC or international business corporation. So a lot of traders that are based out of the United States use offshore LLCs in jurisdictions like the British Virgin Islands or Belize. And these setups provide similar liability protections and tax advantages. Number two, you can seek out country-specific entities. And it's depending on your location. Setting up a business entity like a LLC or a limited company in the UK or a GmbH in Germany might be the best route. You want to consult again with the local tax expert for guidance. And then lastly, number three, consider tax treaties. So depending on your home country, there may be tax treaties in place that can reduce your tax burden further. All right, so that concludes it, guys. But before we end, I have a kind of a surprise ending for you guys. This is something that a lot of traders or a lot of business owners who are traders have no clue on. And I didn't know this until earlier this year. All right, so you can multiply your profits without making a single extra trade. And you're like, okay, Brian, what do you mean by that? Let's go ahead and do it. So number one, if you open a solo 401k as a business owner and make tax deferred contributions as both employer and employee, investing up to $66,000 per year. And this reduces your taxable income and grows your retirement savings fast. So let me say that again, investing up to $66,000 per year as both employer and employee. To talk a little bit more about this, I suggest you talk to your tax pro and your tax consultant a little bit more about this, and just let them know about the solo 401k. And he or she will be able to tell you a little bit more than I can about this. Number two, set up a self-directed IRA. So what is that? So you can use your trading profits to invest in real estate, gold, and other assets outside of the stock market or Forex market, whatever you're trading. So a self-directed IRA is a retirement account that allows traders and investors to invest in a wider range of assets than their traditional IRA. And it's similar to a traditional and Roth IRA in that they offer tax benefits, but they allow investors to invest in alternative assets like real estate, which is huge, private equity, precious metals such as gold and silver, and cryptocurrencies. All right. So self-directed IRA is something you also want to look into as well. So if you're making money trading and then you have a solo 401k, you have a self-directed IRA, you will make money from that. Even if you were losing as a trader, you still can make money at the end simply by converting your hobby into an LLC. All right, guys. So I will see you next week live, and then feel free to ask questions in the main chat as well. And we'll take it from there. God bless you guys.